Liquor Talk, another brand new episode of the podcast where the conversations hit harder than what you're drinking. It starts right now. Welcome everybody to another edition of the Liquor Talk podcast. I'm your man Victor. I'm the host of that podcast where we don't just sip on liquor, but we stir the culture. Having a drink with me today, podcasting out of Minnesota, is the man Big Smash of the I Will Explain All of This Later podcast. How you doing today, Big Smash?
All good, all good, all good. What up, though?
I'm blessed, man, but good to hear it, man. Let's go ahead and dive right into it. Tell people about your podcast. I'll explain all of this later.
I'll explain all this later is basically about my life. I take real life scenarios. I give you a story on why I picked this scenario to discuss. And I explain to you why and what was my thinking behind said story. So it's just basically coming to age. This is what I was thinking then. This is how I would have handled it now. And this is how I'm going to handle it going forth. So it's just a mixture of relationship stuff, life stuff, things, just me going back and forth with me about stuff that I've done. So, yeah.
And it sounds like you were taking accountability for some things, so which I can really respect because not a lot of people know how to take accountability for their actions.
Well, see, when I think back and I look back at things, it's like sometimes you got to have that talk with yourself like, yeah, you was wilding. You was really wilding. So it's just, accountability is something that I build myself on nowadays. Back then, nah, I ain't do it. It wasn't me. But now I did it. I owned up to it, and here's what I learned from it. So we go from there.
And that, like all of us, when we finally grow up, we realize, like, okay, I was really fucked up then, but now we move differently.
Mm-hmm. Especially when I got kids that's starting to, like, pick up habits and stuff that I was doing when I was young, and it's like, nah, we got to nip this in the bud right now. We're not doing that. I wasn't born yesterday. Everything you trying to do, I've done it already. It's not new. I just got into it with my son yesterday because he delete apps that I don't know how to re-download the apps and log in. You already left your login codes in the phone. It doesn't matter if you delete them or not. Like, come on now. Snapchat is the easiest one. Like, tell him we don't want him to have a Snapchat. He sneaks and get one. And the crazy thing about it is he showed up in my people you may know.
No!
How? So he tried to get slick with it and delete that. I was like, kid, I did the same thing you're doing. I did that already. So that's how I'm so good with it. So I be trying to tell kids, hey, listen, there's nothing new under the sun. We've been there before. I've been 12. I've been 13. I know how this game works. You can't pull a fast one on me. So this is basically growth.
Yes.
Growth. You got to grow up eventually.
Yeah, you definitely got to grow up eventually. And a lot of these kids need to realize that you can't play a player. You can't play somebody that's been in the game that done took the licks and stuff. So I don't understand why your son would think it's wise to do that when technology is so easy now. Back then, we probably could hide shit from our parents, but they asked us to find out anyway.
Yeah, it was easy to get away because it wasn't on social media.
Pretty much.
We had to actually be outside. Like, we was outside. The most I ever did was when my moms went to work was invite females over and get them out before she came home from work until she got smart and figured it out and popped up early one day and caught me. It wasn't a pretty sight. So, trying to explain how this was going on to your mom and she damn near ready to have a heart attack is crazy. So that's why I said, man, ain't nothing new under the sun. We've been here before.
Yes, we've definitely been here before. It is nothing. It's not like getting caught in some shit and having to explain to your mom what the hell is going on. And your mom is like 38 hot because you had to realize that, hey, somebody done put her on game. So that's why she probably changed the schedule, because it's always them damn nosy ass neighbors and also her friends too that they send to watch you because they say it takes a village to raise a kid, right? So of course the damn village is watching, and one motherfucker in that
Yep.
village is gonna get back to your mama.
Yep. And you never knew who it was because my mom was a mail carrier, so she delivered the mail in the neighborhood. So it could have been anybody. Who knows? It ain't like she gonna tell, because that's like giving up. Next time you do pull some, she got a reliable source to come back and tell us. So it ain't like she gonna tell you who told you, because now you extra careful to make sure that person don't see you. So yeah, it was a lot. I did a lot growing up, but you live and you learn.
Of course, you live and you learn. Now, talk to me about your podcast, about the rebrand, because I know a few years ago you had the Bet the House podcast, and now you came out with the. I'll explain all of this later. So, talk to me about the rebranding
I went
process.
I went through a lot when I was doing Bet the House, and I had so many things that went on, and there was a stigma behind it, and I loved it. I loved that show, and I might eventually bring it back. But I went through so many co-hosting changes. After I got divorced, my ex was a huge part of Bet the House. So it was like, now that this is a fresh start, I need a totally different separation from this, because if this is a new start, you can't come back with so many things that have reminded you of that past. So I switched it up. I came up with something new. I took a break for a little bit, and I rebranded and been rolling ever since. We on season 3. Actually, next year in January, I'll be doing my first ever live podcast in front of an audience. So that is something that I look forward to doing. So it was just time for change. Everything that I'm doing now is change. I'm not staying the same. I'm not staying stagnant. We changing. So I'll explain all this later. It's just, like I said, things that I did, that I went through. Why did I make those decisions, and how did I learn from those decisions? And I'm sure, like I said, it's still me. I'm still wild. I'm still funny. I'm still, but now I think people are getting the serious side of me, because I'm not just all laughs and jokes. Like, I went through some shit. So, but it's gonna draw you in, because that's who I am as a person. I'm a draw you in kind of person. But I just felt like it was time for change, and that's why we here.
No, I understand. I understand. I'm glad you decided it was time for a change and a rebrand. And I'm also glad you didn't allow the divorce to win to take over and be like, I'm done with
Mm-mm.
podcasts because of this. Because I've dealt with people, I've had people on the show. I felt like I had them on like maybe 2 or 3 years ago. And then today they're not even recorded because some shit didn't happen. So I'm glad you were able to rebrand and bounce back and come up with this. So, what was the biggest lesson you had to learn about yourself once you got done with your divorce?
Um. Oh man, I took the absolute time to figure me out, because there was a lot of things that they tell you. They don't tell you about marriage. They'll tell you, a lot of people, oh man, marriage is the greatest, and things like that. I learned after that I did not want to give up on being married again. I felt like, yeah, I'm gonna get that, and the next time is gonna be 100% different, because I already experienced the worst feeling of marriage, and that's ending it. So I knew next time that came, I'd be ready for it. I'd be a lot more prepared. That's what I really learned.
Mm. So, what steps did you take to get ready to prepare? Because I know some people that always say, "Oh, I'll be ready for the next time," but then in reality, they're not, and you find out
Well,
they're getting divorced again.
well, you know what? I learned that there are a lot of things that you have to know before you take that step. I think I rushed into it. I think we rushed into it, and we didn't get a chance to really, enjoy it, because it was a rush. So now, I got married in the middle of COVID, in a
Oh, damn,
a
that's the worst right there. Because
yeah, I
everything
got
was
married.
like locked down, and
Yep.
so
I
I
got
can
married
see
in
it.
Yep, I got married in a courthouse hallway in the middle of COVID. So I knew, like, from there, you know, I tried to make the best of it and it just didn't work out that way. So now next go around, I know like I am 100% going to take my time. I'm not just going to dive in it, because a lot of times people dive into relationships and marriage and things like that because they don't want to be alone, or they deal with people that they really know that they shouldn't be with, but because they're afraid of what else is out there, the devil I know is better than the devil I don't. So people tend to stay together with what they know, even though they know it's not good for them, because they're afraid to cross that line and go back outside and have to reintroduce themselves and relearn somebody and do all that. A lot of people don't want to do that again. Me, I'm gonna take however long it takes till I really know for sure that you are the person for me. So however long that takes, I'm gonna do it. That's never been me. I was rushing into things. I went from relationship to relationship to relationship, and I never gave myself time to heal. So this go around, I took some time to heal.
I'm glad you did, because a lot of people, you said the best, people don't want to be alone. It's like, I'd rather be alone than up under the wrong person and miss out on the person I need to be with, because that's what a lot of people fail to realize about sticking with the devil. You miss out on the
Yep.
person that you probably should be with, and then you look up the person you probably should be with, they done moved on, and you're like, what the hell, man?
Yep. And that's, like I said, this time around, take your time. Learn yourself. Don't rush into it because you feel like you don't want to see this person with somebody else, or you feel like there's another challenge or something like that. You got to really take yourself. But before you try to know somebody, you need to know yourself. And I think that, to me, is the best feeling, because you know what you want and what you don't want. You know what you're going through and what you're not going through. You know how to handle things and maneuver things because you've seen this story before. So
Mm-hmm.
as long as you don't pull the same moves and do the same stunts that you know for sure that you don't want, you'll be all right.
That's a fact. So, what do you think when you see that people are out here complaining about the dating pool is this, the dating pool is that? I'm just telling you, I'm just playing. I'm over hearing y'all on these podcasts crying about the dating pool, crying about this, crying about that. No, it's people are holding up the standards. If you're not meeting the standards, then move on.
So here's the thing that I truly believe. Sometimes we create the pee that's in the pool,
Ooh,
men and women. I think we create our own pee in the pool, because why are we just shortchanging ourselves to just one pool?
ooh,
You know what I'm
hello.
saying? There's a bunch of different pools out here in the world. Why are you sitting in the pool with pee in it? If you know that that pool is contaminated, get out and go find another one.
Oh, that's
Just
a
because,
fact.
you know, a lot of people sit in the same pool, they sit in the same well, they sit in the same area and expect a change. Just because you go from person to person, you still in that same pool. Get out, create your own pool. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. Okay? Dig a hole in your backyard, go to Home Depot, whatever, get a big giant pool and create your own pool. Create your own narrative when it comes to dating. Stop letting these podcasts, I listen, I support and salute all my fellow podcasters, but their experiences are not yours.
Hello.
They could tell you, me too. I could tell you a whole bunch of things that I went through. Doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna work for you. All I could tell you is this is how I did this is how this happened, blah, 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 et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. The Derek Jacksons and all them in the world that get on here and tell y'all everything y'all want to hear, but don't live nothing like it. I can't do that. I can't do that. If I made a mistake, I'm gonna tell you why I made this mistake. I'm gonna tell you what I learned from it, and I'm gonna tell you how I bounce back from it, because that's what it is. You can make as many mistakes as you want. It's the bounce back. What did you learn from it?
Mm-hmm.
What did you build from it? And I'm a man that has made so many mistakes, even in marriage. I will never sit on here and blame her for nothing that, I didn't play a part of. If I play the part in it, I play the part in it. You know what I'm saying? I don't believe in bashing people for something that I played a part in. So at any given time, get up and create your own pool. You don't have to sit there. For what? If you feel like something ain't working for you, you have a right to bounce. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You have a right to bounce. You don't have to stay nowhere where you don't want to stay just because you don't want to be alone. You're tormenting. You're tormenting yourself. So you don't have to stay anywhere that you're not too fond of, or people are not too fond of you. A lot of times people stay in places because, again, they don't know what's on the other side of the door. And that's a scary sight for anybody. Me personally, after marriage, after divorce, it was like, damn, what's next? And then, like I said, I just got back to being motivated. Like, all right, that was the end of that. It's time to get back to it. We ain't rushing into nothing, but we also not coming in the mind frame that we'll never get married again. Nah, I didn't come in with that mind frame. I still want what these movies and people that's been married 15, 20, 30 years, and I still want what they got. So I'm not sitting in the pool. I'm not sitting in the pool. First of all, give me a lake. Give me a, something, a resort, something, whatever. Give me
Yes.
that. I'm not sitting in the pool anyway. I'm 30 some years old. I ain't got time to sit in no pool. I'm
Oh,
almost 40.
oh, you preaching to the choir with that, man? Because
Yeah.
hey,
I'm not sitting in no pool to begin with.
yeah, we not sitting no pools because I'm in Florida. We got all these damn beaches. We got a whole fucking beach out here, and people want to sit in the damn pool. Man, come on, man. What are we
Yep.
doing? What are we
Yep.
doing?
I ain't got time for it.
We ain't got
And
time for it.
the water turns a different color when it's pee in it. So you already know. You can look.
And that be the
Yeah,
thing.
that water ain't good for me.
And that be the thing. People know this pool in here, but they want to take the risk anyway. I'm like, man, what the hell, man? The pool. You see the pee in the pool, but yet you want to dive in and expect different results. It's like insanity to me. That's what it looks like to me. It looks like insanity, and also you can't be listening to people who don't practice what they preach, like the Derek
Mm-hmm.
Jacksons and the other podcasters. I salute them. I'm with you. I salute them as well.
Yep.
Like they're doing their thing. They're getting their bag for podcasts, but you can't be on the podcast saying one thing, but in your life you're doing something totally different. No, because
Yep.
I'm like you. We keep it
Mm-hmm.
100. What I do is I preach.
Yep. I mean, we try to.
Yeah.
Sometimes, we fall off the wagon a couple of times, but we try to. For the most part, I try to just be me. Like I don't sit here and tell people be faithful when I'm a cheater. Like, nah, I used to be a cheater. I've evolved past that now to the point where there is nothing like having your own person. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was 21, 22, 28, whatever, all that, having different women and stuff was cool for me because that's the lifestyle that I was leading and lifestyle I was running. Now, when you get older, it's like I want my own person.
That's a
So
fact. That's a fact because
you don't want to be 50 something, 60 something in the club still chasing women. You want to have your own when you come in. So that was what was important for me, was having my own, and it's still there. I still want to have my own. You know what I'm saying? It's cool. Like I said, it's a new generation out here.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I found out too. Like I was locked down for 4 years. So once I stepped back out here, and it's like, whoa, you want to date me? I need my hair done, my nails did, blah, 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 this and that. Before the first date, it was like, whoa.
Yeah,
Nah.
bruh, that's when I got those same texts too from people who are like, hey, I need this, I need that. I just hit delete. I delete the conversation. I be like, I'm not even gonna respond to you because the real one, the one for you, is not gonna demand those things.
Facts.
Because if they demand those things from you, they don't fucking like you. Because the real ones, they ain't gonna be demand that. The ones that like you, now, because if they're asking for all that up front, that's all they see you as money. That's all they want from you
Mm-hmm.
is that money. They want something from you. Meanwhile, the one that she probably won't, she ain't asking him for that.
And if you lead with your wallet, what you expect them to do?
Thank you. That's why I be looking at some of these men like, bro, you brought this on yourself when you want to check out these expensive ass places like Ocean Prime and Ruth Chris on the first date, bro. The fuck you expect? The fuck you expect?
Yeah. How you start is how you gonna finish, because you starting them on a lifestyle that if you know that you can't maintain it, I wouldn't even start that way.
Hell no.
I wouldn't even start that way. You leave with your wallet, that's what they're going to expect every single time. And when you can't deliver,
They
you
gonna find
always lose.
they gonna find somebody in them DMs already. They gonna find somebody that's talked to themselves in
Yep.
them DMs and go ahead and see what he can do.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a different ball game out here because you got women out here that they openly tell you, "Hey, I'll drain your wallet and stuff." And I'm like, you know what? I respect it, but you know what? That ain't for me.
Yeah. I think if people are just honest with what they want instead of pretending and leading people on, the world would be a lot better. You have a lot of people who really know that they're not really trying to build a family and live life and come as one and all of that. They're not really trying to do that. They if they be like, you know what? I need money. I'm after your money. Take care of me, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. When all these ball players get with these women and get them pregnant, and now they taking you to the cleaners for everything that you got, I don't understand how you don't see the signs. You know what I'm saying? You
I don't
saw the
get it.
signs, but you chose to ignore it. You know,
Yeah.
you see the signs. Sometimes the signs be right there in your face. So I think a lot of times people just they try to love the red flags out of people. That's what it is. You see the signs, you see the red flags, but you feel like I could change you. It's like walking into that stripper. You don't have to do this no more. I'll take care of you.
Yep.
Type of feeling.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? And so now you get to that point where you told them you will take care of them, and when they take you up on that, you are starting a lifestyle that you cannot maintain because you felt like you said whatever it took to get them. Now they expect you to honor that. And a lot of times that's what men and women, we tend to put the cart before the horse, and we end up getting what we get. We end up getting hurt because we put ourselves in these positions to feel like, man, I want this woman. I need this woman. I need this man. I want this man. And then when you get them, it's like, man, I didn't know it was like that. I didn't know it was like that. It's tough because a lot of times we want to change people instead of seeing them for who they are. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. We like I said, we tend to love the red flags out of people. The signs are there that they're no good. But because we love them and we remember all the good things that they did for us, like for instance, right? You get with somebody and they are everything that you want in the beginning. They're loving, they're supportive, they're thoughtful, the sex is good, everything is good. And then down the line, it starts getting bad. But because of who they were in the beginning, you still got all this love for them. You still got all this respect for them. And you still want to be there and support them because you remember who they were. Never mind who they showing you they are now. You just remember who they were. They could have been there for you when everything was going bad and your life was all fucked up, and they was there for you. And you remember that. So you always feel indebted because I remember when I didn't have shit and you was right there with me. So, but sometimes people use that to their advantage. They take that to their advantage, like, oh, he ain't gonna never leave because he knew how hard I went for him. Keyword, went.
Mm-hmm.
What are you doing now? It's like the Boston Celtics. They still riding off that 2008 ring. 20-some years, 18-some years later, they all still riding off that ring. And I get it. Hey, y'all was the world champions. Can't take that away from you. But all right, what have you done now?
You know, to the ring part, I get, but a better example would have been the Dallas Cowboys because they still riding off that. At least the Celtics, they got a ring in like 20, somewhere that I think it was 2024. They got a ring, so I feel you on that, and I feel you on the, you know what I'm saying, people will take advantage of that and not evolve. But that's where you got to hold them accountable, and if they don't If they respond differently, that's when you gotta move on, because you can't be riding on what you did for me 5 or 10 years ago. What you doing for me now? If the answer, if you don't like that answer, you gotta move on, because life is too short to be riding with somebody who ain't riding for you, who ain't consistently
Yep.
evolving, because life is too damn short out here, folks.
Hell yeah. And I don't got time for it. Again, when I was younger, I had all the time in the world. I'm
Then we
2 years
all.
away from 40. I'm 2 years away from 40. Playing games ain't my thing no more. You know what I'm saying? So I believe that if I'm out here looking for something, I'm bringing that same thing to the table. I'm not bringing less than what I'm looking for. You know
That's
what
a
I'm saying? And
fact.
vice versa. If I feel like I ain't on your level, I'm not even going to approach the situation, because you are more together than I am. And I think nobody wants to be a crutch. Nobody wants to have to lean on somebody when they feel like, man, you can get your own shit together. You are an able-bodied person. And I think that's a lot of times why these relationships got pee in the pool in it, because people are looking for help. They're not looking for love. They're
Yes,
looking for
that
help.
that is a fact. That is
Yeah.
that is a
So
fact. Because you got people out here that will talk about, hey, my bills are this. If somebody's leading with how much their bills are, they are begging for help. That is a cry for help. I've seen people write out a list of their bills and say, oh, my bills are this, my bills are that. So what I look like, respond to DMs. That is a cry for help. Ma'am,
yeah.
or sir, get another job. Don't get another person, because if you take that help, they're gonna want some things in return, and a lot of times people want to deliver on the things they want in return.
Real talk. If you new to me and you asking for money, you can't be surprised when I start asking for coochie. I ain't gonna hold
Hello,
you. Real talk,
that's a
I'm not gonna
fact.
hold you, because it's like, all right, we both asking for things we shouldn't be asking for at the early stage. So hey, it is what it is. But then you have a lot of times where people will give you the coochie and then they'll start the begging. I've seen that too.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'll have people who will dry bag. What I mean by that is they won't directly beg you, but they'll insinuate that they need help. You could talk to somebody, hey, what you got going on? Oh, nothing. I'm just sitting here trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay my light bill. It's due, blah, blah, blah. Baby, your light bill ain't due in 2 days. You had 30 days at
Mm-hmm.
least to pay that light bill. So now you come around and now you need to pay. Come on, man, knock it off. I hate that. It's like them conversations that people have with you. They hype you up and they talking about sports and movies and seeing how the kids been, and then they end it with, hey, you think I can borrow $20?
Yes. Yes, and believe it or not, is be friends, it be somebody you might be interested in. It's family do that too. It's like, why the hell you ain't just lead with that? Lead with what the hell you need. Don't sit here and try to have a fake interest in my life. Just say what the hell you need, and I'll tell you yes or no.
Cause now that shit feel real disgenuine. I've sat with people, bro, and had the whole look on my face like, damn, that's crazy. Damn, that's after about the third or fourth. Damn, that's crazy. Wrap this shit up, cause say what you need and say what you want, cause I need you to do that. Real talk,
Mm-hmm.
real
Yes.
talk. So I need you to speed this up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and a lot of times you don't have to do that. I might help you depending on who you are. You ain't got to give me these sob ass stories, and I don't be having time for that shit. Let's just get to the point. And that's what it is with a lot of relationships too. Let's just get to the point. What is it that you want? Like, say what you want and go for it. Stop sitting in the cut waiting for it to come to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want something, you want somebody, go get them. Figure out how you gonna get them, figure out how you gonna treat them, and go from there. So we gotta stop playing these dumbass games in 2025. Almost 2026. Stop playing these games. Look, man, say what you want. Don't come through the door acting like, listen, I want love, I want relation. No, you don't. You want to smash, just say that. You want
Mm-hmm.
help, just say that. You want love, just say that. You want a situationship, just say that. Stop lying. Real
Yes.
talk.
That's real. That is so real. Say what the hell you want and let's move on and let's go from there and respect the person's response. Because if they say no, you gotta move on. At the end of the day, the worst thing they can say is no at the end of the day. And just move the fuck
Yeah.
on. Take that no and move
Mm-hmm.
the fuck on. Because I've had to do that too. Like people say no all the time. You respect the ones that say no to you compared to the ones that know they don't want you, but they will use you and get whatever they want. Meanwhile, they don't give
Yep.
you nothing. So just take the
Yep.
note and move on, and let's say what the fuck we want. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. The more you drink, the better we sound. Big Smash in the house. So Big Smash, as far as these relationships go, in 2026, what's something you want to see change?
Um, I really just want to see people be honest with each other. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yes.
if you gonna cheat, just say that. If you gonna lie, just say that. Like you never understand what people mind frame is with the truth. Get them a choice. Listen, I like you. I want to be with you, but I want to see other people. They might be cool with that. They might not be cool with that. But I think you give them a choice. Don't take their choice away from them by putting them in a situation that they didn't ask to be in. You know, you got a baby on the way, and you've been with this person for 2 years. You got a baby on the way, and you supposed to just expect them to accept that because y'all love each other. That's fucked up.
That is.
That's fucked up. That's so I also feel like relationships should be more off social media.
Hello, that is the biggest thing. I agree with you right there because so many times you're letting other people in your business and you don't know what their mindset is. You don't know if their mindset they're on the misery vibe because they want their homegirl back or their homeboy back, or are they really trying to help you? So many times you let too many people in the club that don't need to be in the club. You let too many people into your business that don't need to be in your business. It's too many
Yeah.
times, and then when shit gets more fucked up, you're looking at all them that they can't help you. You shouldn't have put your business out there in the first place. Because not everybody
Yep.
need to know the flavor of the damn Kool-Aid or what's going on in your business.
And I think people, you know what I'm saying, they don't understand that once you put it on the internet,
You can't take it off.
it's there. It's there.
It's there.
You can't, you can't the whole world know your business now. Especially if it's something juicy. You know,
Hell yeah.
I don't believe in social media relationships. The all these celebrities be having fake ass relationships. I don't take none of them serious.
Yeah,
Back in the day, we used to look at Will and Jada as goals, and then we grew up and realized,
these niggas ain't
nah,
goals.
we cool if this is what we gonna pretend that we in love and we married and we together and we so unified and we really not. Nah, I'm cool on that.
Yeah, we're cool
I'm
on
cool
that.
on that.
You know what the problem is? A lot of people, they idolize the celebrity relationships instead of idolizing the people in their family. Because you got people in their families that they've been together for 40, 50, 70 years. Y'all need to idolize
Yeah.
people you see in your family every day. Not these damn celebrities that you know damn well you're not going to meet.
And they tell you all the time, my relationships ain't perfect. My relationships ain't never been perfect.
That's a
I ain't
fact.
never, I done walked out. I done wanted to walk out. I done wanted to end. I done wanted to be divorced. I done wanted to leave this man. I done wanted to leave this woman. Like, but we stuck together. We found a bigger purpose. Relationships ain't lasting 5 minutes nowadays.
5 minutes.
Real talk.
You're right though. You're right. You're right. It's like you look up this person with somebody else. Like I've known some people that I'm cool with that I look up they got a new man or a new woman. I'm like, damn, bro. Damn, you can't just settle down and be by yourself.
That was me. Soon as my relationships was over with, I was already in another one.
Yeah.
And I went like that from like 18 to like 32. At 32, I took a break from dating. Like I was still messing around and having relations and all that, but I took a break from dating to find myself. And then by the time I was 34, I ended up getting married because I had already knew, the ins and outs. And it didn't go the way it was supposed to, and I ain't mad about it no more. You learn a lot of things when stuff doesn't go the way you want it to. You learn a whole lot of
That's true.
lessons, a whole lot of life lessons. So now it's like, all right, this is what I want. This is what I'm doing. This is how I'm going to get it. And you go from there. And ever since then, it's been just doing what I need to do and going from there. Not looking back, not getting mad, just being structured and knowing exactly what it is I'm trying to do and go there.
That's a fact. I definitely agree with you there because I've been in situations where I was like you and it committed to somebody, but then this person went already committed to me. But you know what? Nothing I had to learn how to do is not go off their potential because sometimes people can show you signs that they could be the one, but you got to go off their actions, not the potential. And I see where a lot of women fuck up too because they'll see a bum nigga and they'll see all the potential in him, but he don't want to step up to play. You can't go off potential. You gotta keep it moving.
And that's what it is. If something ain't for you, just keep it moving. Don't try to force it because now it doesn't seem genuine. It doesn't seem real. And then you disappoint yourself when you knew something wasn't for you, but you just felt like you had to keep trying. I just got to keep going because I know I can fix you. I know I can change you. I know I can get back to what we used to do.
Yeah,
So
listen, if people are still like that, cool. I'm like, let that be you. But you know what? It's about to be 2026. I'm about to be 35 in December, and I'm like, we ain't got time to be trying to fix people and go off their potential and try to love the red flags. We got to go for what it is, what we're showing each other right now, and go from there because life is too damn short. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk once again. Big Smash. This month is Men's Mental Health Month. So talk to me about the importance of us men and why we gotta take our mental health seriously, despite the world not wanting to show love to men and their mental health.
Because I think a lot of times in the world and society, men's mental health doesn't matter.
It don't.
And it's fucked up saying that because we make a lot of this shit go, but I don't care what society says. I'm going to check my mental before I let anybody else do it.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you don't acknowledge that men's mental health matters, I do. It matters to me. You know what I'm saying?
Shit.
And I'm forever gonna check on my people, podcast brothers, cousins, friends, families, whoever. If I see you on the verge of crashing out, because I've been there. It was a lot of times I crashed out and nobody was there for me. Lately, my circle is my circle. And when I feel like everything is going down, I know who I can call on. I know who gonna listen. I know who gonna give me a swift kick in the ass when I feel like shit is finna take a turn for the worse. So right now, my mental is all over the place because my daughter has to have surgery. So
Oh damn.
my mental is all over the place, but I just feel like I have to be strong for her. Not because society say men ain't supposed to have feelings and men ain't supposed to, none of that. I don't pay attention to that. I have to be strong for her, even though there are days right now because she's one. There are days and things and feelings that I just want to break down and cry, but I know like I can't afford to do that right now. But when I'm by myself, I'm going to feel these feelings. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to feel these feelings, we was in the hospital yesterday getting her MRIs done and I had tears coming down my eyes, and you know how babies, they just know. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't no big tears or nothing like that, but they just know. And she just looked me in my face and she thought it was like water or something. So she trying to chase it. And you know what I'm saying? Them little feelings right there mean the world to me because it's like, I'm supposed to be here for her. I'm supposed to be able to take all this pain for her. So it's like now that I can't, it just does something to you as a parent. It does something to you when you can't fight their battles. But I know like it's a small setback. She gonna be all right. That's how I look at it. But even still, as they were strapping her down trying to get this MRI and she was kicking out of it, it was funny at first, but then it's like, yo, she's strong. You can't, I never fault nobody for being strong. So if she's strong, then I'm strong. And that's how I feel. So our mental health does matter, even if the world says that it doesn't. To our kids, it does.
Yes.
And that's what's important. That's what's important.
Yes, that's a fact. Prayers up for your daughter. Pray gonna pray she pulls through
Yes,
it. You
sir.
know what? You already done told me
Mm-hmm.
she's strong, so we already know she gonna pull through it.
Yep.
And you know what? It's right. Men's mental health does matter because somebody out there needs us. Whether it's your
Yep.
listeners or somebody you don't even know. Like, because I've had times about to crash out, but somebody 3,000 miles away hits me up like, "Hey man, you're doing a great job," or something that means a
Yeah.
lot to me. So it's like it's sad that it don't come from the people that's right up the street from you, but hey, you embrace it wherever it comes from.
Your biggest support is gonna come from strangers.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
It's a
I
fact.
learned that a long time ago. Yep. I
Yeah.
learned that coming in this game. I learned that a long time ago. Your biggest supporters are gonna be people you don't know. And once you do take off, here come the people that you do know that wasn't there from the beginning, but now they see what you're doing and they running with it. No, not this time. It's
Nah.
cool. I got it from here. Thanks.
Yeah, definitely. It's cool. Don't tell me what you can do. You should have been telling me what I could do from the ground up when you had opportunity to be at the ground floor. No, because now that tells me you just want something and you want to align yourself with me because you want something. There's something bigger that you want, and now you think aligning with me, you're gonna get it. No, we ain't doing that because I need the people that's with me shooting in the gym. I don't need the people that's ones that see me
Fact.
taking off and now you want to be a bandwagon. No,
Hell yeah.
that's why I don't really respect bandwagon fans when it comes to sports because it's like, no, you need to ride with your team when they win losing. That's why I need my people ride with me when I'm winning, and if we're losing, I need you to come with me, and we're gonna figure this shit out, and we're gonna figure it out from there.
Yep. And that's what it's about. Figuring it out. Experience. And if you don't figure it out, by the time you're done with this experience, you'll figure it out.
That's a fact. On your podcast, you do talk about dealing with curveballs from life. So, what's the biggest thing you could tell people about dealing with curveballs from life? Because I deal with one as well. Because you know what, we always get the random ass curveballs. You're not expecting good or bad. So, what's the biggest thing you could tell people about dealing with curveballs from life?
Always have a plan B.
That's a fact. Have a plan B,
A
C,
plan
D,
B,
all
a
that.
plan C. Yep. Yep. Because you never know. Sometimes your plan A don't always work out. Your plan B don't work out. So as long as you're prepared, they always tell you, pray for the best, but prepare for the worst. Because sometimes what you don't see come, it will come smack you dead in your face.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll be stuck trying to figure it out. So what I learned is always plan, always prepare for it, because you never know what's gonna happen. But if you have a good soundproof plan, come up with a second soundproof plan just in case.
Mm-hmm.
Curveballs come, they don't always come at you straight. You know what I'm saying? You might think you got this in the bag. Oh, I got this. And you might, but then you might not.
That's a fact.
Now what?
That
So it's always good to prepare. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to prepare and never feel like you gotta be in a box, like you in a standstill, like you stuck. You don't have to be stuck. Eventually you'll figure it out. Go for it.
yeah,
Fear
always.
is fear. People are afraid to take steps because they fear of failure. Don't worry about failure. Even the most successful people failed at some point in their life. You know what I'm saying? Don't let nobody tell you, oh man, I ain't never failed at nothing. You're lying. You're lying. We all have failed at something before they got to where they got to. They failed at something. So
Yes.
we just gonna keep going. And that's just what it is.
Yes, always. You got to learn from the failures. And to the people out there who act like they ain't fail, it's like people learn more from your failures when we tell you story. That's what people learn from. I remember saying that at the podcast conference that, hey, we learn more from our failures than we do the victories, because in the failures, you got time to rebuild and get back on the horse and figure out what did I do wrong and change some things. Whereas the victories, you're going to you're going to maintain the course. You're going to figure out what it is and you're going to figure out how to maintain the course.
Mm-hmm. Never stray away from the path that you trying to accomplish. Everybody ain't gonna be happy for you. Real talk.
Hello.
Everybody is not gonna be happy for you. So if you succeeding, cool. Do your thing. But also I say this too. Don't tell everybody your plans. Don't tell
Yes.
everybody your plans.
Just like earlier.
Because that's when
Yeah, just like
everybody
mm-hmm. Just like earlier.
That's when everybody will look to knock you off your plans. So I feel like just get out there and do it. Just do it. Don't be into it. Don't tell nobody. Just get out there and do it. Only time you're supposed to tell somebody when it's already being done. Don't tell them about the beginning stages. Don't tell them about nothing. Just get out there and do it. So that's how I move now. Now I don't even tell everybody everything I got going on until it's already the wheels is already turning.
And that's how it should be, because people will always try to knock it down. Like we said with relationships, you don't need to tell everybody what's going on. Now, just like your plans, you don't need to tell everybody what the next move is. Like even in your inner circle, that's the things you gotta keep from them, because you never know what their mindset is, and you never know how their spirit is coming. They might be wanting to help you, or they might be wanting to tear it down. So you can't tell everybody what the plan is until it's set in motion to where it can't be stopped.
Yep.
And and why you people want to keep tearing down somebody's plans, I don't know, because that only fucks things up for you, because that's gonna come back on you in a bad way. Like, no, if you with me, you should want me to succeed, And if you're not with me, you don't want me to succeed, then go ahead and keep it moving. Go ahead and step away, because you know what? I don't need you here when it happens, because I'm gonna remember you tearing me down. I'm gonna remember you speaking doubt about it, you being negative about it. I'm gonna remember those things. So don't try to come back once I'm successful.
And a lot of times what we do is we will tend to ignore our own first mind. You know what I'm saying? We tend to ignore what we should do for a quick fix. That ain't the way to do it. All right. Sometimes you gotta go the long way. Or however long it take the journey, you gotta do it. Don't look for them shortcuts, because they're called shortcuts for a reason. It's the easy way out. It ain't always gonna work. So put it all together. Watch how it work out when you take your time. Watch how much pride you have knowing that you did that. You went through whatever it is you went through and came out on the other side of it because you put that work in. Did nobody do it for you? You did it yourself. And I think that's what it is. You can apply that to relationships, friendships, jobs, whatever, life, whatever. You did that. You went through those roads and bumps and stuff like that. You created that path. Because a lot of times people just want stuff handed to them, and that ain't right.
You got to work for it nowadays. You can't just create everything be handed to you. You got to work for it. You definitely got to put in the work, people, and go for it and put in work, because, hey, it's better if you go get it than you hand it out, because guess what? It means more to your pride, to say, I built this, I went and got it, rather than say, oh, somebody gave this to me and that's how we got started. Nah, I want to get it out the mud.
Yep.
Ladies, yes, always. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Liquor Talk. The more you drink, the better we sound. This is the podcast where the conversations definitely hit harder than the drinks, ladies and gentlemen. Tell us what you think about this episode. Show us love on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, YouTube, wherever you see us at, show us some love. All right, last thing I gotta talk to you about is, how do you know what kind of friends to not bring around your old lady? Because I don't ever want to be in a situation where one of my homeboys is plotting on my old lady.
Oh no, man! If you got them kind of people in your circle, get away from them people.
That's a fact.
Listen. I got some scumbag ass friends. I'm not gonna flex, but I also have friends who, even though they're scumbags, they still know the value of friendship and family and brotherhood and things like that. So they might be scumbags to other people, but to me, nah, I don't play those games. And it ain't even about me trusting them around my lady. It's just my lady ain't they friend. And they not her friend, and she ain't they friend. So I think that's what it is too. Like, y'all gotta understand boundaries. Even though we boys, and there's still boundaries.
That's a fact.
because you never know what somebody else is thinking. So although we homies and I love you to death, I don't be knowing what type of time people be on. So it's always, if I feel like I gotta micromanage you and I gotta watch you, you ain't coming to my house.
Hell no.
Some people, listen, some people are not good enough to come to your house, no matter how close y'all are.
Mhm.
Some people are good enough to just chill on the porch. Some people are good enough to just meet down the street. Some people are good enough just to meet at the game and we kicking it and we chilling. Everybody shouldn't be able to come to your house.
That's a fact.
That's just what it is. Everybody shouldn't be able to come to your house. Your house is sacred. Everybody, you can't let everybody in because now what happens is you bringing all that energy with them.
Yep.
So everybody shouldn't be able to come to your house. Real talk.
Yes, that's definitely real talks. There are some people that needs to be on the outside. You're in a gated community for a reason, Keep those motherfuckers on the outside because not everybody should have access to your inner circle. And also, if one of your boys hits on your girl, that's not really your homeboy. And if your girl falls for him, then that really wasn't your girl. You just gotta let them two motherfuckers go, cut both their asses off, and keep it pushing because it's like neither one of them are for you because if that's really your girl and that's really your homeboy, they're gonna respect boundaries, and they clearly don't respect boundaries.
Yep. And you clearly don't respect me, and y'all can go ahead on and have each other.
Yes, go
Straight
ahead. Go ahead and have each other, have your friendship, have the bond. Just don't come back crying to me when the shit blow up in your face because they say how you get them is how you lose them. So hey,
Yep.
what goes around always comes around. So don't come back to me if it blows up. If it works out great, hey, more power to you. Just don't come back to me because your ass ain't welcome.
Exactly.
I don't know what is with these people nowadays. Because like of all my homies, I would never look at their wives or look at their girl like, nah, I would never do that. So I would never in a million years think to hit on them. No, that's my brother right there, and you an extension of him. I got too much love for my homie to look at his girl.
Yeah, it's just all about the code that you guys have with each other, man. And nothing should change that. And a lot of times people don't understand that. A lot of people don't. Loyalty ain't as set in stone as it used to be. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, everybody had a little bit of loyalty, a little bit of respect. Nowadays, it's not that no more. You know what I'm saying? You can know a motherfucker for 20, 30 years and they could flip on you at a drop of a dime. So that's what it's about. Like just being yourself and knowing the company that you keep, knowing who you're around.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it goes.
That's definitely how it goes because you know what? Because I've had people for friends for like 10, 12 years. It didn't surprise me when they flipped out, but it is what it is. It's just when you show me your true colors, you just got to believe them and don't go back, Because too many times we make the mistake of going back and accepting their bullshit apology and them showing remorse, but they're not showing changed behavior.
Nope, not at all. And then at that point, it's like, man, you like getting bit. You know what I'm saying? You bite me once, all right, cool. You bite me 2-3 times. Now I'm starting to think that you just like biting me, and I look like an easy meal. So yeah, I'm cool on all that.
Yeah, of course. I'm cool on all that too, because I'm not about to sit and keep getting bit. I'm just gonna kill your ass. I'm just gonna cut your ass off because you ain't gonna be biting me no more. Hell no, because life is too short to keep getting bit by the same thing. And a lot of you people need to realize that life is too short to keep getting bit by the same people, and you need to change your circle and change your environments as well.
Yep. That's the way it's supposed to be.
Always, that is the way it's supposed to be. So, what you got planned up? Because I know you recently did the season finale. So, when's the next season coming?
January.
So, what
right after the live show? We got the live show January 10th out in Chicago, and then when that's done, new season starts the next day. So
that's what's up. That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's what's up, hey. I hope you kill that live show because that's the one thing I haven't done. That's what I'm going to look forward to be doing in 2026 is doing a live episode of Liquor Talk because, hey, it's definitely time. We definitely want to do a live show. So,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely looking forward to it.
I think you should run with it, man. Like at this point in time, the internet is cool, but ain't nothing like getting out there with the people.
That's
You
a
know what I'm
fact.
saying? Then you'll really start learning who your true supporters are when they showing up and they buying tickets to what you're trying to do. So I say get out there and touch elbows with the people. The internet is cool, but ain't nothing like being in front of a live crowd, in front of your family, in front of your friends, and in front of, potential supporters and investors and things like that. So get out there and do it, man. For real, for real.
You know, you're right because I done spoke at multiple podcast conferences. People down here want to be. Hey, I want to be there. I'm like, well, you could have bought a plane ticket to Baltimore, or you could have bought a plane ticket to Philadelphia. But it is what it is. But hey, you're right though. You're right. That's why I'm gonna tell my people and to my homies, if you're listening to this, hey, we gotta go ahead, go to work, and start planning this live event. Because hey, it's time. Because hey, you done set the tone now. It's like, hey, we might as well get out and do it.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. Also, I know we're in the fantasy football league together. So who you think gonna win the Super Bowl? The way things are looking right now.
In our league, man, it's you know what? It could go any way.
Yeah.
That's the difference this year. It could go any way. Like all the seeds are like extremely close. So it could go any way. Right now your squad looking pretty good. It's a bunch, me being the defending champ, and I'm like 7 seed right now. Injuries fucked me up. So hopefully I can make a bounce back and we'll go from there. I got my ass kicked last Sunday, which threw me for a loop.
Yeah,
So
I ain't gonna lie. In my other league, when I won the championship, that league I'm like trash because injuries have just destroyed my roster. Like I'm
yeah.
looking at all these goddamn injuries. I'm like, son of a bitch. I'm like, you guys can't stay healthy for nothing. And I'm like, and this is the league I won. It's not fun when your friends are telling you, hey, I beat the champ. I'm like, god damn. So I feel your pain because in my other league,
Right.
I'm not even doing that well. In our league, I'm doing pretty good. But as far as football season goes, what do you think is so far? Because I looked at a lot of these trades that were made, and I'm like, Dallas Cowboys, why the hell y'all making this trade now? I'm like,
Man, it's going, you know what? This is what it's about right here. This is when the real season starts.
mm-hmm.
This is when the real season starts. But yeah, it's Ravens for me all day. No matter where we at right now, I'm still rolling with my team.
I feel that. You already know I'm rolling my Buccaneers. I'm like, we just need to get healthy because we got all these damn injuries, and we still said pretty, but we got all these damn injuries. And then the fact that we made no trades at the trade deadline, that's what that told me right there. If our GM is right with what we got, and we need everybody to get back healthy, we're gonna be straight.
Yep.
And also, shout out to
Hell
your
yeah.
Ravens though, because y'all good for picking players that grew up in Florida. So hey, I will give y'all that too, because y'all good for
Right.
picking players out of the state of Florida. So that is a good fact. I'm like, y'all doing better than the damn Dolphins. I'm like, goddamn Miami, show some fucking pride. I was watching that
Hell
Thursday
yeah.
night game. The Ravens just put belt to ass on the Dolphins, man. They could have ran the score up, but they didn't, though. So I said respect to the Ravens because they could have put 50 on them again. But I guess they just were like, hey, you know what? Let's just take it easy on them.
Yep. And I think that's what you got to do sometimes. No need to, the game already out of reach. No need to do that, man.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. Hey, but I say I am wishing on Lamar Jackson get healthy and be himself again because hey, he from Florida, so hey, I do tend to root for him because hey, he from South Florida, so you know what, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm looking forward to it, man.
I'm definitely looking forward to it in this football season because it's gonna be real. And then we got basketball season coming up. Now they on every damn network now. I'm like, shit, there's so many networks to keep up with. It's crazy out here. But Big Smash, why do people need to subscribe to the I'll Explain All of This Later podcast?
Because I think what it is you're gonna get the realness. You're gonna laugh. You're gonna cry. You're gonna be like, why the fuck did he do that? What was he thinking? But damn, you know what? I see his point. I see why. And you know what I'm saying? You're gonna get a bunch of mixed feelings in his good content. It's good content, man. I'm one of them. Like no bullshit. When it comes to this podcast and shit, I'm one of them. And I show it every episode, every live, every guest appearance. I just want to have fun. Shout out to you for letting me on your platform, man. I appreciate this. I got to get you on over on mine, and that's going to be something we going to do when we start recording for the next season. So I definitely want to reciprocate that feeling because I'm one of those dudes. I love to talk. I love the podcast. So Big Smash is one of them, and that's the reason why you subscribe. I'm one of them.
Yes, I'm one of them as well. And you already know I'm ready. So whenever you call me, you're like, hey, I want to get you on. You just let me know time and place. Hey, I'm ready. And if it requires me to get on a flight, fuck it. I'll do that too. You know what I'm saying? Because, hey, I'm ready too, man.
Chicago then, man. Come on and be a part of the panel, man. Because I got some dope guest panelists coming through. So that invite is open. Come on through, politic with me.
Hey man, shit. All I need is the dates and now set the shit up. Hey, let's put this thing in motion. Hey, I will sacrifice. Hey, I normally don't go to the winter states when it's cold, but fuck it, I'll do it. Cause hey, you know what? Nothing like collaborating. So you know what? I told my Detroit people to invite me whenever it's not cold, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it because and deal with the cold weather. It is what it is. So hey, I'm ready for it.
We'll talk, but I do got to cut out.
All right, we're gonna wrap this thing. We're gonna wrap this thing up.
But yeah.
Hey, but I want to thank you, Big Smash, for joining me on the Liquor Talk. Blessing the Liquor Talk with your presence. Thank you for coming through and having a drink with me, and I will definitely return the favor whenever. And I want to thank you, the listeners and the subscribers, for subscribing to this episode of Liquor Talk. Thank y'all for pouring up with me. Until the next episode, keep things moving, and if shit going left, take a shot and keep things moving. We're out this motherfucker. Peace.